Matt here. Before we begin tonight's show, I just have a couple of things really fast. Um, First of all, as most of you know, I am and everybody here at the Paracast and the P3 program, we're all about community. And there has been a lot of need for thoughts and prayers and just genuine good vibes. So there's so many to list. The newest one is obviously we all know Glenn. Glenn needs our support. Mr. Fedora, he was in a car accident. He's fine. Um, just a variety of others. So if everybody could this week, and honestly, let's make it a daily thing to just take a moment and send some positive thoughts and prayers to our community because that's what it's about. It's about unifying our community through support. Um, I may have been quiet this past week, but I have been paying attention. And to those who are in need of it, I'm here for you. And so is the rest of us. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. It is definitely one that you are going to have a lot of fun with. So sit back, relax, enjoy. And as always, guys, happy awnings.
Welcome to the Paracast on Wednesday night, guys. We are here with
Hey, everybody.
Squeakers. Hi, Squeakers. Glad you could join us on this Wednesday's show. So,
Yeah,
who do we
definitely.
have today?
We have the Spirit Crew from Australia.
Let's bring her on.
Hi guys.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Thank
Welcome.
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Glad you can join us on this lovely podcast on Wednesday night. Madness here. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So I have to ask you this: where did the Spirit Crew come from, and the logo itself?
Well, actually, we were called Ghost Gals, going back maybe 7 months ago. The reason why we had to change it was due to there was another Ghost Girls production down in America, so we had to change the name. So the first thing that came into mind was Spirit Crew, and then of course add Australia at the end, so everyone knows exactly where we are.
Awesome. That's so
Nice.
cool. So what got you into the paranormal? Mind me asking.
So I'd say I'd start with back when I was much younger. We grew up in a really haunted house. Um, And when I mean haunted, I mean the whole works, poltergeist activity, disembodied voices. It went on for quite a long time. And from that moment on, it was just something where when you know that it's meant to be, when you know that you want to help others and, you go through something, such an ordeal yourself. And when you're at that moment and you feel like you can't reach out for help, you want to be that person to bring out their hand and help somebody else going through this.
Exactly.
So, that's where it all
Exactly.
started for me.
That's awesome that you're there to help out people in your local area and willing to help out the community as well when it comes to you doing paranormal investigations and stuff. That's pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah. Well, we try to keep some cases real private. It just depends on whether they want it aired. A lot of the times, when it's a personal case, we don't like to air it. We don't like to do any lives or anything like that. So we like to keep it a bit quiet. It is very personal. Some stories are, pretty traumatic, and as quiet as possible for them to get through the ordeal is probably the best bet for us.
Yeah, it does tend to get pretty emotional at times. I'm pretty sure it gets emotional for you too when you go out and investigate these locations and
Well, when
how
there's
the people are feeling.
families, yeah, definitely. When there's families involved, I think that's what draws you to do it because you've got kids that are around and, they're mothers that are, on their own with their children that need that help and don't have much experience with the paranormal. It's good for them to know there's people out there to help.
Do you have any experiences that stood out more for you on that subject?
Um, I'll have to say the best experience, I wouldn't say the best, I'd say the most terrifying experience I've had personally. I caught it on video, actually. It
Ooh.
was one of my best captures, but at the same time, it was something that almost made me quit.
Oh yeah?
Right.
And for me to say I could almost quit, it takes a lot. I enjoy getting scared. I enjoy the whole thrill, but this was a bit too much because, as paranormal investigator, you go out there and you're looking for spirits or spiritual
It's
activity.
the thrill of it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly what you said, the thrill of it.
but what I caught was not a spirit. And I will send you guys the link after this, and
Oh, please
you're more
do.
than welcome to play it. It's completely real. It's been analysed, so I've got the paperwork behind that to say that there's been no alter to the video or anything like that. I'll go back to where it started. So I had some fans come down from Victoria, and we took them out for the night, and we took them to this beautiful historic cemetery. Now, back then, this is going back 3.5 years ago. To me, I never really, when I thought of cemetery, I didn't think I would get so much activity. I honestly was more excited to get the activity within a house or a
Right.
hotel or so on. Well, was I proven wrong? Because it started straight off the bat. I started walking into this location, and straight away I saw these three figures, black silhouettes.
Ooh.
And I said to myself, they're people. Guys, let's not go in there yet, because if they're not paranormal investigators, then who knows who they are. Let's not
Right?
go into the cemetery yet.
Mhm.
Don't
Well,
do
we're
it.
sitting
Don't
there
go
and
in
we're
there.
waiting. Yeah, exactly. We're sitting there and we're waiting, and I'm seeing a move. They're talking. Then all of a sudden, you see one of them start running. And I'm looking.
That's the full clue right there.
Well, I'm
Scooby-Doo.
looking. And the thing is, though, one of it started running and it ran right through a fence.
Oh,
So I'm like scratching my head for a good couple of minutes going, what did I just see? How did he go through a fence? So I was very confused at that moment. But
Right?
then as the night went on, we went in there. I was seeing things from the corner of my eye, things that I couldn't explain. And I kept saying, I don't want to be one of those paranormal investigators where they go, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? And you don't capture it. And you sound like this person that's freaking out every 2 seconds. So I
Yeah.
closed my mouth. And I came to the end of the investigation and I was still filming. So it was still live. And as
Right.
I'm walking to my car, I turn around, I go to the other fans. I'll see you when I come to Melbourne. I lift my phone up and I go to say goodbye to the viewers. And as this moment comes, you start seeing a black silhouette form behind me.
oh wow.
And then you see a black hand come over my mouth
Oh my gosh.
That
and
kind
covers
of
my
almost
whole
would scare
mouth.
the crap out of me.
Well, the thing was, I didn't know. I don't think I knew as much, because as it covered my mouth, it took its hand away and I made this facial where that's what terrified me the most, because it seemed like I couldn't get air. It was like it's something like death touched me,
Seems like you were
and
suffocating, right?
correct. It was either telling me
Yeah.
to shut up or it was just saying,
It was like telling you,
I'm here.
shh, don't say a
Exactly.
word.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
sorry. And then as I turned around, you hear a voice and it says, hey. But the thing that got me with this capture was I actually had a mouth infection for 2 weeks.
Really?
Mm.
Is that possible?
And that's the thing, is it? I
The
don't know.
unexplainable.
At that moment, I went, what's going on? This is a
Hi,
bit too
Scott.
much. This is,
Hey Scott.
Thanks for dropping by.
hi, Scott. As the 2 weeks went on, I started thinking to myself, this is a bit more than I bargained for. Is this safe? Isn't this? If I'm physically getting harmed,
Right.
how far can this go? But I guess it was more of a make it or break it. It was, I can either get stronger from this moment or I could run. And
Yep.
that's where it just made me go, no, you know what? There's so much out there that's so unexplained. And I want more.
Exactly.
I want to know more.
Exactly.
So, like I said, once I give you guys this video, it will shock you because you can
Oh, I
see it as
definitely gotta.
clear as day.
I'll definitely gotta check that out for sure.
Yep,
So,
definitely.
after that whole event occurred, you said it almost made you want to quit, but
Yes,
I'm glad you didn't quit, because now you're able to go out and get more evidence and see what's really out there now.
correct.
Did you?
Yes.
But when you first started this, you got more than what you bargained for, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Much more than I bargained for. Like I said, we go out there looking for spirits, but I can guarantee you this wasn't your average spirit, because not only you do hear a growl, you hear the feeling. What will get you most of all is probably the look on my face. It literally feels like, it looks like to me that I felt death. It was terrifying to watch back, because at some point I thought I was going crazy. I went,
Yeah.
am I seeing this right? Or do I have to show somebody else, because am I
Those moments,
hallucinating?
though, those moments are what teach us and actually make who we are as investigators. Because those are the moments that, those thrill moments that are like, holy crap, what's going on? And then
Exactly.
you're like, I need more.
Yes, and that's where the addiction starts, doesn't it? It's
Yes.
wanting more.
You get used to it. It's like second nature, Like, and then you're like,
Yes.
okay, I'm used to these energies. I'm used to what's going on, and you pick up on it.
Well, I think that's when I started picking up that kind of energy, because that wasn't the last time I don't think I experienced it. From that moment on, it's weird because I could go into a location and I can sense whether there's something, an element, which I call them elements. So, I can sense it. It feels different. The around you feels different. It's not as a normal spirit walking around you. This here, I mean, as they call it, apparently
I agree.
what I captured, apparently they're called shapeshifters.
Exactly. I heard about
So,
them.
Mhm.
there's so many things out there that we don't know.
They are tricky little devils.
They like
They like
to.
to sneak up on you.
They
They
do,
like,
and they like
they
to
just like this,
play. Yeah,
Pretty
that's all I can
much.
think about. It's exactly it.
But touching back, I'm gonna touch it back on you said on shapeshifters. I'm gonna ask you this. I asked this on every show, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this too. Do you believe that there's different kinds of spirits beyond ghosts and demons, like fairies, tree spirits, spiritual guides, angelic spirits? What's your perspective and thought about that?
Well, personally, I think before I saw what I saw, I would have turned around and been a bit narrow-minded and said, yeah, no, no, no.
Hey, Skull. Thank you for
Hello.
dropping by. Go ahead.
But I think as I've been doing this now, I have to say, who am I to say no? There is so much out there that we don't know of. And I think that's what makes us paranormal investigators, because we're investigating. We have to be open-minded and think that there is so much more, So for me personally, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Actually believe there's tree spirits and spiritual guides in your mind, in your perspective? Like, do you believe it 100%? Or do you believe there's
Yes, I do.
something more?
Yes, I do. 100%. 100%. From what I've seen, and I mean, I've seen a lot more since doing this, and things I can't explain. There was another instant where, again, something completely different. We're in this location and I saw a full-blown apparition, a lady in white in a dress running across.
Ooh.
But then what got me was I look straight down. There's this, again, we're going back. This is another cemetery.
Yeah.
So to me, these cemeteries are just, once I go into, I don't know what to expect, But
Right.
anyway, I'm looking down and I see, it's very hard to say. So to me, it looked like an animal. Okay, so it was moving like a panther. It was so
Ooh.
low off the floor. I couldn't see a head. All I could
Okay.
see was its arms and legs, black. It's moving really slow, and all of a sudden it just turns and is facing us as if it's going to charge.
That's
One of those,
crazy.
oh crap moments.
So you
And
might
at
have
that
you might have
moment,
witnessed a familiar spirit, or maybe like an animal spirit. Angela?
exactly. Well, I don't know. Maybe greyhound. Who knows? I mean, there's, like I said, there's so many things out there. But I actually was like looking, going,
Could
what
be.
is that? And I had one of my team members with me, which is my mother. Keep in mind, I had my mother with me, and she turns around, and I tell you something, she sees things, but not much. A lot of the time, she goes, "I didn't see nothing.
Hi, Casey.
I didn't see nothing." So she turns and looks and goes, "What is that?" So she sees it, and I'm like, well, if she sees it, then it's all good. I'm seeing the right thing here.
Right?
And I just looked at her and went, run. We ran so fast and got in that car and did not look back. Because I wasn't going to go up against something like that.
Yeah,
No.
you're like, okay, whatever you saw, I believe you. Let's just go. Let's just dip out. Adios.
Correct.
I'm sticking around.
Well,
Absolutely.
especially, was it a cemetery then? Because I didn't
Yes,
catch
it
that part.
was. Yes.
Okay, that's
This is
probably, yeah, there are a lot of things that guard cemeteries. I can imagine.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know.
We
I
have a
think you may
question.
have
We
to
have a
keep away
question
from
here.
cemeteries. Yes.
We have a question here. Do you feel that Scott, we call him Mr. Fedora from the Warren Area Paranormal Society, he has a question for you. Do you feel that Ed and Lorraine Lawrence Warren deserves the attention they got, and they are the real deal.
I do. I absolutely do. I think they've got too much credibility. You know, their stories are amazing. At the same time, I mean, no one's lived their life, so no one knows 100%. But I believe in what they did. I think what they did was incredible. Their stories back them up. You know, they've helped a lot of people, and they've got some real famous cases out there. So I'm looking forward to seeing Conjuring 5. So I can't wait till that comes out. Or 4, wasn't it? 5. Yes.
5. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
So
okay. You're
no,
right on the
I
money.
do. Yeah, no, great movies, aren't they? So no, I
Yeah.
absolutely do.
Man,
do.
I like binging on horror movies all the time, especially the old classic movies from like when I was a
Oh,
kid.
yeah, there's only one that I can't watch. It still gives me nightmares from this day. And you're
Which
gonna
one?
laugh, but it's Halloween. Michael Myers. I just
I
can't do
can't.
it. He's
Mm-mm.
creepy. He just doesn't die.
What?
You know,
That'd
he
be my
does his.
nightmare. Michael Myers in a clown suit, man.
He
Oh,
teleports. He
yeah,
teleports out of nowhere. Like,
he
dude, how
just
did you get there from here to there?
exactly. And trust me, this girl's been running for ages, and it's just he's in front of her, and he just does this creepy thing with his head and tilts it, and I'm out. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hi, Matt.
Back to the bone. Woo. Good guys, good people. They support us too and everything. So they just drop by to watch the show and everything. But
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
the horror movie that you're gonna laugh that's funnier than Halloween is The Leprechaun.
I love the Leprechaun. That's
That
my
was pretty
favorite one.
scary, though.
He
I gotta
looks
admit.
scary, but he's funny. You just can't take him
Uh-huh.
seriously.
I actually Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. I never could take him seriously. I never could. You know, part 1, yeah, got me, but then after that, it was just.
Hi, Rachel.
After watching Edward Scissorhands, that's what did it for me for Freddy Krueger. I just couldn't get them both apart. I know it sounds stupid, but
Oh, someone said Chucky. Yeah, see, me with dolls, can't do it. I'm out. Can't
No
do it.
yeah, I
dolls.
can't do Chucky
That's my
either.
fear. That's my
Nope.
fear. If I see a doll move, I'm out. I don't even
I'm
ask
gonna not
questions.
hit that sucker. I've got a
Not
cane
even-
too, so I'll use that as a hockey stick.
Not even if it just falls over or like moves its arm a bit.
It falls over, puts its arm out. Angela's out the door. I'll chuck my mother in front of me first before I see.
Well, I'll let you go first, and then I'll have my cane, and we can like chuck that thing across the room.
Yeah.
I'll ask you this: am I going to see a trail dust left behind after you run?
Definitely.
Right, yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, Scott. Thank you for dropping by, man.
Thanks
hope
for
you have a good
coming
night.
over.
All right, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
So what has been one of your all-time favorite investigations?
Oh, I've had so many great ones, but I still have to go back to the my first experience with those 3 silhouettes and the hand. But I think what was more memorable was I actually did a private case, and it was with a young girl with a family, and she reached out because she was really worried, and she was saying to me that her son was talking to spirits. He was talking to somebody that wasn't there, and was having a full-blown conversation, and she was ready to move out. You know, she was really terrified. So we got there, we conducted the investigation, and the answers we got for her was moving. It was actually her auntie that was reaching out to her and was just trying to give her a message, you know, about her children. And the answers that I was getting through the voice recorder and the spirit box were so on point that, I mean, I always start with, I don't like them telling me the children's names or anything like that. We try to get that evidence
Exactly.
through our devices, so then we can, you know, you could see the look on their face when they go, did they just say the name? You know, and that's what validates it for them, you know, and it was so simple. The message was so simple. It was about something she had left her, and that she put it in a place that she had to get. She couldn't find it, and that's all it was. And from that moment on, she never had a problem. You know, it just
Ooh.
that's something that we say to people, if you don't know what's going on, that's why it's so good to grab a paranormal investigator to help you out in that situation, because it's worse. It could be so simple. It doesn't have to be so scary. I know it's
Right.
always
Exactly.
frightening with things moving and tapping. Of course it is, but it could be something so simple. And it was so
Hi,
great to be able to
Josh.
help her and
What's
her
up?
family. Hi,
Well,
Joshua.
that's good, and that's one of the things I think we all like to do is be able to help people. I know there's a few that just like it for the thrill and stuff as well, and that's great. But if
Hi,
we got
Tony.
the gifts, we should be, out there helping
Right.
Absolutely.
if we want to.
No, well, let me ask you this. What was the time that you had a funny moment during y'all's investigation? Like the funniest moment you had where you thought it was paranormal, but you're like, oh man, it was just that.
I tend to do this little thing where when I get scared, I skip, hop, and jump. Don't ask me how I do all three in a row, but I do.
Skip, hop, and
And
jump.
you'll see me skip and then hop and then jump, because
Kind of
for
what I do,
me,
running
I
away
seem
from
to
things.
have my team frighten me quite a bit, because instead of telling me they're coming around the corner, they just stroll around the corner as I'm investigating, and you'll just see me skip, hop, jump, and scream.
Right.
And and then you'd get straight away from the spirit box a laugh, like they're laughing at me. The spirits are laughing at me,
Oh
but
my God.
they're the moments where, again, it's validation,
Right.
but I think every paranormal investigator has had those moments where they jump off something so trivial, and we're waiting for something to happen. It's one of our team members that have scared us.
Yeah.
Or I've scared myself. I've stepped on something and it's flown up in the air,
Right, Casey? Right?
but yeah, there's been a lot of funny moments with us.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. I mean, there's times when I go out there to go investigate, I think, oh, I hear an EVP, but then when I'm in the area, it's just some people walking around. I'm just like, oh,
That's
come
definitely
on.
happened.
Like, dang it.
That's definitely happened.
And I'm thinking in my mind, like, go walk over there.
Right?
Somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that sucks. I bet you don't all say it like you're a kid at a candy store. You're just like, ooh, I got some evidence, and you're like, oh, never
You're
mind.
devastated. Yeah. You just dropped your candy. It's
Well, now
like,
you can hear
You
the
fall
gone.
to pieces.
Oh, we've all
You're like,
had
I'm
those
not here. I'm
moments.
not here for almost an hour with the camera. Darn. Or like a noise. It's either like a car passing by, or like a train, or like an airplane flying above. You're like,
That brings me to the question:
Yeah.
what is or has been the most craziest thing you've ever seen or found on an investigation? It could be paranormal or it could be not paranormal.
Seen quite a bit, I have to say. Again, there was another instance where, and I filmed this as well. I could give you guys the video for this one. It was daylight, and we're at a location, and I'm not even paying attention to the camera. I was talking to my team, and all of a sudden you see this Michael Myers lookalike, black silhouette. That's how tall it was. It was big. It was breathing heavy, like
Oh God!
it had the whole sound effects going on, and he just walked out from the tree and just stood there staring at me. And it had another little silhouette next to him, and you can see it's a girl. And all of a sudden, you just see him just stroll right back in. So I got that as clear as day. I've captured quite a bit of evidence, I got to say. I got to admit, it's a bit unbelievable, but I've been lucky enough to capture it on film. So
That's
it's
awesome.
good to be able
That's
to back it up.
amazing. That's amazing. I bet you're scratching your head when this whole thing unfolded. You bet you're like, what the hell are you doing?
And what's wrong with me? Why am I getting these things?
What? Yeah, I bet you're standing here like this with the camera, like, what am I watching here? What am I witnessing?
Put it this way, I don't ever face the camera on myself much anymore, because I don't want to know if anything grabs my mouth. I don't want to know.
Right? That's exactly it too.
Oh,
I mean,
Me.
I
yeah.
can only imagine.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
definitely gave me a complex. Definitely.
You're like, nope, nope, not doing that no more. Putting the camera
Yeah.
toys
nope.
out.
Like
Nada.
telling the team, turn that camera, face it there, face
Other
it
way.
there.
No, 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 no. Other way.
Yeah.
Scoot it a little bit to the right.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think we've had so many experiences. It's so hard to narrow them down. I've had doors slamming, obviously. We've had incredible EVPs. I went to Gladstone Jail and I walked in and I was pretending I was the warden. So I was going around the cells and I'm like, come on, boys, it's time to get out. I want you to get out now. And as clear as day, through an
Awesome.
EVP, you hear F you screw. And I was like, cool. Like
Very
that
chatty.
just, especially with them saying screw, it just, and back in those days, it's they used to call them and it was amazing. It was these amazing clear EVPs that we captured and we've gotten, obviously our names, I get sworn a lot, quite a bit. Don't know why, but they like to swear, which I don't mind. I think I find a bit more thrilling because I'd have my team member going, because I remember I went to this location and it went, you hear as clear as day through another EVP, Angela, F you, death. So, and I
Well,
had
that
my
was a nasty little bugger, wasn't it?
well, my team member goes, Angela, that's not good. And I went, well, what do you want him to say? Have a nice day. He's dead. Like if I was gone, I'd be haunting everybody. Like I know what I'd be saying. you know?
Me.
Yeah. You
Me, and
know?
I'm a ghost.
Yeah. I'd be having fun. So, we
Right?
just means that, we're in their territory. They're feeling protective of their territory, we don't take it to
Exactly.
heart.
But
We've got to respect the locations.
let me ask you this. What's in store for the Spirit Crew in 2022 for this year?
We have a lot coming this year. We've been lucky enough to do a lot of collaborations with Night Watchers Paranormal Australia. Dan and Pete, amazing paranormal investigators. They live in Brisbane, in Queensland. And we've come up with an amazing idea, and which we're in the process of doing. All I can say is it's called Paranormal United, and
Paranormal.
we're looking at filming a TV show. So I can't
That's
say too
awesome.
much
Ooh.
because let's just say all I can say is this is that
Congratulations.
thank you,
Congrats.
thank you,
Woo.
thank you. But there's a lot to go through with this, and there's a lot of work. But all I can say about it is that it's going to be different. It's going to be you're going to watch and go, what are they doing? Like even I'm going, God, should we really do that? Like
Right?
we're putting ourselves out there. We're putting ourselves to. We're investigators, so we're going to try everything. Yeah, even if it's things that a lot of people wouldn't dare to do, we're going to do it.
Right up my
And
alley.
Hey.
and
Right
put
up
it
my
this way.
alley. Woo.
And put it this way, two of our team members have no idea what we're doing. It's a
Right?
But that's
surprise.
what makes great investigations and great evidence and, some of the best
Yes,
teams as well because you know how to work together even if you haven't worked together before. So,
Exactly. And
exactly.
it's good that you're starting to have that exposure now and you're starting your TV show now and all that stuff. That's amazing because we all work together.
hmm
Like Matt has said before in the past, we're all like pieces of the puzzle, putting it everything together. All the evidence we collected, everything we gathered into one whole big, you know, evidence field right there, and
Absolutely.
for everybody to look through it and be like, hey, look, there really is something there. Like, you're making
Yes.
you being on TV would make a difference in the paranormal community. Honestly, a lot of props to you guys in Australia.
Thank you.
uh-huh.
Thank you. Oh, look, we want to represent everybody. We want to put a good name out there, especially, I think Australia's been left behind quite a bit when it comes to paranormal side. We want to do something different. really think outside the box. And I tell you something, we're really thinking outside the box. Like we've gone way out the lines of the box.
I'm collabing with you. Definitely collabing with you.
Yeah, so that's something we're looking forward to doing. But then after the TV show, we're looking at doing a movie overseas. So it will be through Salem, New Orleans, Italy, Germany. So
That's
that's our
awesome.
plans.
You've got Texas.
Yeah, I
Man.
know. It's one of the places I really want to go to. But, it's trying to fit everything in. You've got like 3 weeks to do a whole documentary, like a Blair Witch style, paranormal
Oh, we've got some houses over here in
rituals,
Spokane
voodoo
like that.
priestess, and things like that. Like we're going,
Ooh.
there's a lot in the works for us. So, we had a larger Facebook account. It's just we got hacked. So I lost my page
Oh,
and it was
bummer.
over 6 to 7,000 people on there. So we've had to start all over again on that, and we lost all our content, so all the lives and everything. So, which doesn't matter. It just means we got to redo these locations and get the content back out there, and but it's
Double save those evidence files.
yeah.
And
I did on a USB stick, thank God. So
even if you redo it, again, hey, you might get something better than the first time you went over there.
exactly.
We have a question. Will this be
Exactly.
released in the US in time?
Well, I hope so. I'm crossing fingers and I'm saying that, the pilot goes well and it's everything that we want. The ideas that we're doing, I would say that people are going to be impressed. You're going to be sitting on the edge of your seat, and that's the whole point of it. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, it does.
I'm already impressed with you, anyways, because you're literally going out of the box. Because that's what I usually do, go out of the box. That's why I said let's do a collab together someday.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's people get frightened to do certain things, and it's like, but you're a paranormal investigator. You got to be open-minded. Try it.
Yep.
How are you going to experience it if you don't try? What's the worst that
That's
can
it.
happen? You
You
get
gotta be
scared?
open-minded to new
Well,
adventures.
exactly. And that's the thing. I think as we're doing these ideas, myself and Pete, he's going, Angela, that's crazy. I like it. Let's do it. Like it's,
Mm-hmm.
his ideas are just crazy as well. And it's like, it fits well. It fits really well. So,
That's
obviously we're going to
good.
put a new page out. It's going to be Paranormal United, and we're going to do, it's going to be just for the show, the new Facebook page. So that's going to be up and ready to go tonight, and some more information on the show on
I
there.
That's
So
awesome.
definitely got to check
thank you.
that out. But I do have another question for you. It's going to be a little bit what we touched up earlier, but it's going to be a little bit different. Okay. Do you believe that paranormal just stems just by, spiritual, like ghosts and demons, or do you believe that it's like, like wormholes, portals, cryptids, urban legends? Do you believe there's other things that tie into paranormal besides ghosts and demons and
Absolutely.
non-spiritual?
Absolutely. I'm a big firm believer in portals. I believe I saw one. How do I describe it? It was that same night where the shapeshifter grabbed my mouth. It was, I remember looking at this certain part of the location. It was like a frequency. It was like, when you look at a TV and it was just frequency. It was like a whole line that was going up. And I was looking at this going, what's wrong with me? Have I not slept? Am I seeing things? But
Right.
I'm a big firm believer in portals. And also, I've got a medium that hosts our streaming networks, Des Rich, our Cornish medium, and he has told us a lot about portals. The mirrors. They could be anywhere in the house. You could have it attached to people. You can,
Mm-hmm.
I think the paranormal is pretty much, I look at it as supernatural. It's
Okay.
all aspects. It fits with everything. Everything. Urban legends. There's
Urban
always a
legends.
truth to everything.
Mhm.
I always say to people, even how far-fetched it may sound, in Germany when we do this movie, my bucket list is this haunted forest in Germany. And apparently
Ooh.
there's been rituals and satanic rituals and all that there. But there's also an urban legend of werewolves. Back
Oh
in
yeah.
the 1600s, the people used to leave these candles on during the night, and let it burn all night, and that would tell the wolves that this house was not to be touched. And there's so many things out there, and people go, but do you believe it? I'll go, well, I'd rather not be a fool and actually be a bit open-minded and look at my surroundings. But why not? Why not believe it?
Right.
I'm all for it. So yeah, paranormal for me, I look at it as just as a supernatural. The
You know,
whole
like
works.
what I mean by like paranormal and supernatural is like disappearance, as far as like original legends, like disappearance, people going up in flames for no reason, like alien abductions, all kinds of stuff. What's your thoughts?
Yes, alien abductions. Yes, I think I'm a firm believer in that as well. Um, Look, I think after you've been doing it for so long, you just become open-minded and you believe in everything.
Right.
I think there's so much out there. Like if this person just wrote Bigfoot, hey, there's been sightings, and who am I to say there isn't? I think there's so much out there. I mean, I don't know about
Exactly, Tasha.
vampires and
Exactly.
all that. There could be, I think that could have stemmed from back in the centuries ago, from a story, but I don't know. I believe it. Yes, I believe. Hi, I believe it. I think there's a lot more out there that we expect, and I personally think though sometimes we need to leave these doors closed, certain doors.
Yep.
I think once we open other doors, we can't close them. So, but I'm all for opening them. If there's a difference, I'm actually open for that.
On that, I think we lost Lurker.
Is he there?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
You went blank there for a moment.
Oh, okay. I was going to say this. Let me ask you this: if money was no object and you had all the time you need, where are you going to go to investigate?
Oh, that's a hard one. I've always wanted to do Bobby Mackey's
I've heard about
music
that.
god. Yeah, Bobby Mackey's from. I remember that first episode from Ghost Adventures. I was loved it. I loved it. But I think the second option, Pavigula Island in Italy,
Polygonal Island in Italy.
the world's most haunted island.
Ooh, tell me more
Yeah.
about that.
Yes, in Venice. So that's going to be in the movie. That's the end of the movie. It's an island in the middle of Venice. This island actually had a hospital, an asylum, a church. So back in the days with the plague, they would throw the bodies on this island. From this day forward, if you step foot onto
Exactly,
this
Casey.
island, you could. So this day forward, when you step on this island, you can actually still see the ashes. It was over 500,000 people died on this island. It's known to be the most haunted. It's known to have demonic entities and so on this island. I know they did an episode there of Ghost Adventures. It was the only one that could do that, and it was the doctors. The doctors with the big beaks. What they
Oh, the
called?
plague masks.
Always. That's it. They're flag
Oh,
masks.
yeah.
The things that they did back then, I think, was so inhumane. It was just so cruel and so sad. The stories that I read up about this island, it's actually Pete's bucket list from Night Watchers Paranormal. And we're going to be there overnight on our own. So the boat drops us off there, doesn't come back. The island, the people from it, the Venice, they don't step foot onto this island at night. They don't dare. So they drop you off with the boat and they don't come back till the next morning. So you're stuck on this island.
Lovely. So they
No
just like,
reception.
oh, here you go. No reception, no
Correct.
nothing. Something happens.
Exactly.
Dang.
But again, how thrilling would that be?
That's
Just that
exciting.
alone would be frightening,
Not even a
but
flare gun.
no, mate, I'll try. But the best you could do is start swimming across the island. But I don't think you'd want to do that either. What's in the water?
No, you definitely don't want to swim in those waters.
No, God, no. But yeah, so that's I think that's really intrigued me as well. That's a location that I think is going to be incredible to do.
Nice. Any other locations, or that's pretty much it on your bucket list?
God, there's so many. I would also the Conjuring House. That's always been an interest of mine. You know, wanting to know, is it still active? Is there still energy there? I know there's been a few shows on it at the moment regarding it, but I guess unless you're there experiencing it and, you know, doing your own thing, I'd love to know if they've still got activity in this place. The first Exorcist house in America, that's always been another one of mine. Uh, God, I keep saying America. You guys have a lot of things down there. I tell you, I'm quite jealous. There's a lot. But no, that I think the list would go on. There's so many. You know, you could go to
Gotcha.
somewhere so simple and get more activity than the most haunted location. It just depends on the energy that night, I guess.
Right. Okay, so we have this app. It's kind of like Facebook, but it's like for you know, for paranormal enthusiasts, paranormal investigator, anyone who's interested in the paranormal. Uh, no drama, no BS, no anything. It's a fun, interactive app that Brian J. Laberty, which aka known as Hanophobia on Paraflix, had developed
Hmm.
this app. Him and his team, amazing app, like great app. You can share where you located at to your friends that you have just caught great evidence and stuff, where you could just sit back and chat about paranormal all night long on the app if you like. It's great. So Paraflix is that little ghost logo that's where Squeakers is out in the far right corner over
Hmm.
there, or left, wherever you're facing at. Other way. There you go, right there, right there. Yeah, Parapost. It'll be that little goo guy right in the
Yes.
center. Yeah. So
Oh, definitely like to check it out.
yeah, for sure. And we're gonna play this. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna play this P3 video, which has all of our supporters and everybody. Like we have Jesse, these ghosts. He makes awesome equipment. He makes unique equipment and helps investigators out with everything. And we have a code if you're interested. Brian J. Laberty Parapost 20 has a code for in Funhouse. Yeah.
Need a hand there, Lurker?
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm just backstage. But what we're doing is, Angela, we about halfway through the show, we to give a shout out to our supporters. Parapost, like Lurker said, parapost.net. If you guys are interested in, like he said too, drama-free environment, it's kind of like Facebook, but strictly for the paranormal. Download it seriously, or go to the website parapost.net. I have it on both my phones, Android and iOS, completely free. And with that, like he was saying with Jesse's got some amazing equipment, and Parapost is linked up with D's Ghosts. And if you put in Parapost 22, you can get, I believe it's like 10% off. So you end up saving money just by going to both. And on top of that, we have, what's up, guys? What's up, Joshua? I'm on the other side of the camera now. But the other thing is we also work with and we're supported by, of course, Brandon Crody from Paranormal in the Funhouse. Angela, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but definitely check out Paranormal in the Funhouse. He does a lot of investigating, and also he started up his gaming again. He was a big gamer, and now he's going back to it. So
Oh,
he gets to do
definitely
both.
will.
So it's a lot of fun. And of course, our boy Aaron Wing over at Nationwide Paranormal helping us with, of course, guys, Para-Unity. And speaking of Para-Unity, we're going to be playing our P3 video. I don't know if you've heard of it, Angela, but the P3 program is
I
something that
haven't.
I've personally started. It is the Paranormal Partnership Program, hence the P3. It is a collective group of different teams and enthusiasts from all over the world who care about Para-Unity and helping each other in a very supportive group. And that's what it's about. So this video is
Love
just
it.
kind of like a halfway like commercial, if you will, just showing some love back to the P3 and showing people what they can be a part of. So That's what Lurker was trying to say, guys. But it's all good. He's doing good. Y'all are doing good. So I'm gonna play the video, guys. I'm gonna hop backstage and let you guys continue. So cool.
Right. So, what's your thoughts about the video?
Great. Fantastic. I'm definitely going to be checking it out as soon as I hang up.
I still can't get past the screaming cat or whatever that was.
Screaming cat.
That I don't know, but imagine hearing that in a very dark place. And you hear that.
Yeah. I'm
But you'd
sure
be running
that's
for the
happened
hills,
before. I'm
wouldn't you?
telling you, I'm sure I've heard something like that before.
You're like, the sound sounds familiar. Do I
Mm.
really want to hear that again?
No, it seems really
Dang it,
interesting,
Marcus,
so
you
I'll
did it
definitely
again.
be checking it out. And I'll be sharing it all over my page, so definitely.
Thank you.
That's great. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I do have another question for you, actually.
Yes.
What is your favorite show? I mean, it doesn't have to be like on TV specifically, like, or it could be like a YouTube channel or anything in particular. Like, what do you binge watch the most?
Supernatural. Love
Oh
Supernatural,
my
the
god, I
TV
love
show.
it.
I mean, nothing better than watching two brothers, traveling and experiencing all the supernatural stuff. And, the storyline's always amazing. I've always been a big fanatic with Supernatural and Vampire Diaries and Originals. That's probably my three that I could rewatch again and again. It's something that I love to watch.
Awesome. It's also my favorite show too. I still binge watch that again. You know, love the show. Can't get enough of it.
Mhm.
Any
The
questions for
soundtrack as
you want to
well.
ask, Squeaks?
Well, oh, go ahead.
No. I thought
No,
you were
go ahead.
asking me.
You
And
can.
I was like, I have no questions. But please go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know if we asked this question yet. Did we ask the bucket question yet,
The what question?
Becker? The bucket question, the bucket list question. I don't think we have.
I don't.
I
No, we haven't.
don't think we have either. What is one of your most favorite spots that you want to go to before you take the bucket?
It would be that haunted forest in Germany. That's
The
what I would.
forest.
It's full of satanic rituals.
That's
It's
awesome.
very similar to like a Blair Witch style.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of insects. That's the one thing you're probably going to hear me scream about. But
I mind spiders. I can't do
yeah,
spiders.
forget it. It'll be
Nope,
me doing this all the time, checking it everywhere. But, I think the fact of being somewhere where you can get lost, it's dark. You don't know where to run. And if you start running, you could run in the wrong direction. And this is supposed to be the most haunted forest in the world, in Germany. So
Wow.
that's my bucket list.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. I know we covered the question a little bit earlier, but do you plan on expanding the team, or do you plan on keeping it where you're at, or what does the future hold for piggybacking on
So
that earlier question?
Spirit Crew Australia is a team of 4. It's myself, Georgia, Mark, and Brenda. I do have a camera crew that we select when we go to certain locations to film to get those clips. I don't think of expanding it in my end right now. I think because all our eggs are pretty much with the show, the TV show, and what we're doing is we're just uniting. So we've got Night Watchers Paranormal Australia and Spirit Crew Australia. They're going to unite together and make this TV show. We've got a lot coming out 2022. We have so many different new locations for live. I like to do a lot of lives and get the viewers involved. So our next location is going to be at the Terminus Hotel in Morgan, South Australia. It was back in the Gold Rush mine days where, following the Murray River, the Terminus Hotel used to house all the bodies, like a second morgue. And we'll be staying overnight, and we do live streams all night. So it's non-stop. Then we have our host, the medium, that joins in. But I would stick to my 4 for now. We do have special guests. We do have people that love to come on board, come out for the night and things like that. But, we change it up. Sometimes it may be just 2 of us going out that night, or it might be 3, it might be all of us. We'd like to change it up a bit. But, yeah, I think we'll be sticking to the 4 for now.
That's awesome.
Okay. So
You're frozen again, but
I'm gonna ask the audience. Audience, do you have any? I did. Uh-oh.
I can still hear you,
Give me a
but you're
minute.
frozen.
Oh, okay. All right. Pause. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the audience this. Audience, do you have any other questions that you have for Angela that you'd like to ask before we go ahead and close
Yeah.
this out?
Yeah, I do. I do. I've got a question, and I'm in the audience, and it's my show. So,
We'll take over then, Matt.
I will ask
All right,
away.
hold on. There we go. So,
Ask away, smarty pants.
so actually, Angela, I know you're at work, and I have to ask: would you like to come back for a part 2 so we can continue this?
Absolutely. I would be delighted. Absolutely
You are
honored.
awesome. You are awesome. And like I
Back
said,
at ya.
I know you're at work, and maybe we can schedule it for a time where we can actually, we don't have to worry about a time limit, because I feel bad taking you away from work.
No, look, absolutely. What I can do in the process, I was saying before, I could send you the link to the video that I caught with the shapeshifter.
Yeah.
You can post it up. What do you like with it? Get some information on there, because there might be somebody out there that could give me a bit more information on the video. I love putting it out there because you get different views on it, and I would love to come back. To be an honor.
I'll do you one better. Let's talk. Obviously, when you have a little more time, we'll talk. We'll get you scheduled for another show as a part 2, and you can air it here live. You can promote your evidence.
Love it. Sounds great. Sounds
All right, well,
great.
I really appreciate your time, and I know these guys do too. Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully
Thank
next
you.
time we can get the rest of the team.
Oh, thank you very much for having me,
Seriously
guys.
appreciate this a lot.
Oh, honestly, it's my pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. It was so lovely to meet you all, and you do such an amazing job, and I look forward to coming back. And I'll bring one of
Awesome.
my team members. All right,
Awesome.
guys.
Can't wait to see you. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, you two. What do you think? What do you think, audience?
Hey,
I think they did a great job. I really do. You guys did outstanding. So if we could, let's get some claps,
thanks.
some thumbs
It
up.
wasn't easy.
Let's get some love in here for Lurker and Squeakers, because they did a great job. They did a really great job.
Thank you, buddy.
Even though Lurker has the technical problems and Squeakers has the outside interference.
I'm sorry. I'm just glad there wasn't no F-bombs on the screen. That's what I'm happy for. Hopefully it's okay.
And,
Well,
and you know
well,
what,
Sal,
audience, you guys are amazing too. I think for the first time in a long time, we had more on YouTube than we did on Facebook. That is awesome. You guys are really amazing. So what were you gonna say, Lurker?
Thank you. I didn't even know that. I said thank you. I didn't even realize that.
No, what were you gonna say when I cut you off? You don't even remember?
No.
That's what you're gonna say?
Oh yeah.
Too much medicine.
Yeah. Happy.
Don't you
Thank you
dare.
for coming on this podcast, audience. I really appreciate this. But
Before he says it, nuh-uh. That's my line. That's my line. You knock that crap off. I heard it. I knew it was coming.
Oh, I
That's my
love
line.
it.
out here.
That's trademarked. I'll pull
Okay, what
a
are you
Brian.
doing?
I'm surprised
I'll
you
do it
would let
then.
me write it in the comments when we're on chat.
I thought about it. I'll
Or
get a
have
hold of
squeakers. Have squeakers do it. I've heard do it. I did the rest of the work here.
I'll call our boy Brian John Laverty and figure out the number for copyright infringement.
It can't be a copyright infringement when it's your co-host, though.
I do not give
Not
anybody else
unless we're using it on
right
our
for
phone.
this. But yeah, there it is. See, I told you guys I would get her to at least snort at least once on show and right at the end. That's the way to do it. Oh,
Bombshell.
Victor, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
If you guys haven't already, seriously go check out the Don Vic show. That show is awesome. They were really killing it. They had a bunch of like MCs, like artists and stuff, playing on one of the last shows, and dude, I was sitting there blasting it through. Like, I'm a country boy, but I have like this hip hop rap stuff just blasting through my Bluetooth in my truck. Ooh, did I get looked? But no, it was cool. Definitely, guys, if you haven't already, go check out Don Vic show. Give Victor some love, because he gives us love right back to the paranormal, and he's a great guy. And we'll be seeing him
Thank
the
you,
first
Don.
week in March, and I can't wait for that. But all right, you guys got anything else before I wrap this up? I want some FaceTime.
I think that's a wrap.
I'm good.
All right, Squeakers, it was awesome to have you back. We really hip hop.
Thank you.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
100% yet, but I'm almost there.
Hey, you both did great. Very proud of you both. So
Thank
stick
you.
around backstage. We'll talk here in a little bit. Well, guys, what a show. It felt weird. It definitely felt weird to me sitting backstage, but it was cool though because I got to interact with everybody on like YouTube and Facebook and everything else. And why is my green screen not showing? Huh. Oh, that's cool. I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're going to get going for right now. That green screen's kicking my butt. But definitely don't miss our Friday show, Friday night Paracast, 9 p.m. Eastern time with none other than our boy Brandon Crody from Paranormal in the Funhouse. If you haven't already, go check him out because he's going to be doing some gaming on Friday as well. I believe it's from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. I don't know. It's a gamer thing. But go give him some love and support. But I'm going to get one for right now. You guys seriously are awesome. I love you guys so much for all your continued support. If you haven't already, shoot over to YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it out because sharing is caring. And we need it. But anyway, we're going to get going for right now, guys. You guys have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, guys, happy hauntings.